West Radio. My name is Kyle, and joining me as always is my co-host Christian. Before we begin, the show was brought to you in part by Pete's Pub on the corner of Brady Street in Arlington. Pete's Pub offers daily food specials, daily drink specials, weekly trivia, and much more. More information available at petespubonbrady.com.
What's up, Lucas?
How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. What about you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. You seem very excited. I can hear it in your voice. How's it going? So I'm Kyle. I'm the one we were messaging back and forth. This is my co-host, Chris. We're both fans. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching the bullshit,
I mean, what else are we supposed to do with our lives?
I don't know.
What kind of bullshit do you like watching when you're not creating it?
Gosh, I really don't anymore. I probably would. I would say I would love to be able to watch a movie every once in a while,
You don't watch? Oh, you do like to.
I don't know, dude. I just work during nighttime hours, and it's weird to get into bed at 2 p.m. and watch a movie.
Well, what do you do during the day?
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, I would say my typical is I'll sleep pretty late because I'm up pretty late, so I'll sleep till 10:30, wake up, write comedy for an hour, try and go to the gym, and then I'll do some combination of promote my shows, talk to I guess my representation, or do a podcast episode, and that takes me to 4 or 5, and then I'll do a little cat nap, and then I go out for shows. That's my typical.
Hell yeah. Well, it sounds fun.
Yeah, we even got you early. I'm sorry if we got you out of bed for this, seeing as you.
No. Today was
your 10:30 is probably different. Where are you from? Where do you live?
I'm in New York City.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's 1. Okay,
you should have done your research.
Dude, this interview sucks. I'm out.
Yeah, he's already done. It's usually Chris that ruins all of them.
By the way, can you edit this? You can edit shit out of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have food coming, and it's going to show up at my door.
Okay, I have some tea that I made, so I might have to go grab that too. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, for our listeners, we like just raw dogging in, just starting right off the bat. But we have a very special guest today, stand-up comedian from New York City. He's funny, pretty good-looking guy, seems cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Zelnick. Did you like that intro? Was that pretty much summarizes everything?
Yeah, thanks for commenting on my physical looks in the introduction. Nobody does that anymore because of, PC culture, but I do appreciate you really sexually harassing me at the start of this interview.
It's not really cool to be a good-looking person doing stand-up. It kind of limits you. Everyone's like, look at this asshole. He's funny, good-looking, cool. Get the fuck off stage.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely a comedy 10. You should see some of these cats out here. But that doesn't make me a 10 on the funny side. Unfortunately, there's nothing that funny about how I look. Yeah.
Right. Where would you rate yourself right now, your stand-up comedy skills on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do you think you are right now?
Oh, dude, 10 is so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, what
would be your opinion of the 10 out of 10 stand-up special that you've seen? What are some of your favorites?
Well, some of unanimously agreed to be some of the best right now are Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he's good.
I really like Michelle Wolf's comedy. I mean, I would probably give myself a 3 out of 10 on
really?
Scale. Yeah, for the full it's I'm thinking about it in terms of my life. I want to do this for my life. So hopefully I'm a 3 relative to where I could be eventually.
Yeah.
But I've definitely had sets where I'm that's my high right now.
That was a solid 7-8 set right there.
I mean, I've had sets where I feel like it's a 10, but I hope in 2 years I'll look back and be like, that was a 5. You know what I mean?
Now, very important question next. Are you always Lucas, or do you go by Luke sometimes?
I'm pretty much always Lucas. Yeah.
Does anyone ever call you Luke, or have you gotten rid of people in your life that do that, make that mistake?
My mommy calls me that.
Cool. Do you call it? I hope you don't call her mommy regularly.
I don't, just to you guys.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. Chris's mom is Chris is out in LA. His mom's visiting as we speak. Is she going to make an appearance? What's she doing? She's crazy.
Chris, where's your mommy?
She's making the tea, obviously. Lucas. About this. I got an interview to do.
Yeah,
Chris,
Mom, I'm fucking
Kyle
busy.
says your mommy's crazy. Is mommy crazy?
Fucking nuts. Yeah, literally. I mean,
if she pops in, will you have her say hi?
If she can manage that, she'll probably. I'll be like wave like, but I don't know.
Wait. What do you mean if she can manage that? How crazy are we talking? Is she?
Well, she can speak. She's not like that crazy that she's nonverbal.
Not like an. Put it this way. She doesn't drink. So put that into perspective of like when we say that she's crazy.
Yeah, it's not even like a drug or alcohol related craze. It's just like a life. She's eccentric. I think that's the word, right?
Okay.
Yeah, she's not like a felon or anything. Like you can be crazy. She's like lived a successful life. I think the difference between like full blown crazy and eccentric is probably just like money. Your mom. What do you think?
Funny. That's funny. Yeah. That if you're crazy with money, you're eccentric.
Yeah, I would say so. What do you think? Like you can get away with a lot if you like. There goes that guy. He just bought like a poop sculpture, like from Macy's or something like that. That's like a very eccentric thing. There's just things you can do when you have money.
Elon's certifiably crazy and rich.
Yeah.
You can be crazy and rich, but I don't know if you can be eccentric and poor. I will say that. You can't.
You're just poor. If you're poor, you're just poor.
Yeah, if you're poor and you're weird, you're crazy.
You're probably homeless too.
Yeah. I don't think anyone meets like a guy taking a shit on the street and is like
that guy's so brave.
He's quirky.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw a guy shitting on the street in New York? Is that a regular occurrence?
I don't know. That's bullshit. I don't think I've seen human shit, but it's hard to catch someone in the act.
Yeah.
I certainly have some shits on my sidewalk that didn't come from a dog, but like to actually pull up on a dude doing that in broad daylight, that's next level.
No, that's eccentric to poop somewhere. Not even trying to like get away with it. You just drop pants wherever in front of people.
It's silly to be able to shit on the street. That's how I would describe it.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Big Daddy at all?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course.
You remember the scene where like the kid has to take a piss, so like they piss on like the restaurant doors?
Yeah.
Like what if they would have shit? Like he really had to take a shit, and like they both like.
Would that have been a PG-13 movie?
Still, I think that would be like if Adam Sandler could make it funny, then I feel like it'd be more.
He can definitely make a poop joke funny. I feel like he's been doing that.
You can take a shit in a PG-13 movie as long as you don't see any hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think hole. I don't know if you can even put hole in an R-rated movie, to be honest.
Like poop coming out from a hole. Yeah, probably not. I won't want to watch that movie.
Or WHO, like a whole poop, or like the hole that
like a hole, like the hole that the poop comes out of.
Is this
going on the radio? This is allowed to go on the radio?
Yeah. I mean, we can do what we want. You can swear if you want. Go for it.
Wow, the FAA doesn't give a darn.
Well, it's after a certain. You can when you get played, like for our R-rated ones. They usually play them if it's after like 9 or 10 o'clock on the radio. You're allowed to pretty much say what you want. Probably not like threats to like murder like high-ranking people in like the world. I feel like you might.
Your head went as though that was like the next thing I was gonna do.
Well, you were just kind of testing the waters to see what you could get away with. I felt like. So it sounds like you've been a pretty busy guy lately. You had some shows in the last week or so. So where'd you all perform?
Oh yeah. Well, this weekend I was so I just got off a tour with a buddy of mine that his name is Jamie Wolf, another comedian, super funny guy. We did a bunch of cities. We did like 25, 30 cities from September to mid-Feb. And then this past weekend I was opening for a friend's special taping in Chicago. But we did like Nashville, Charlotte most recently, but over the course of like the whole tour, we did like most major cities. I'd say we did a West Coast one where we did like LA, San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland.
You're performing in the good spots.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Portland's a great place to step on a heroin needle, but
or poop.
Yeah. Speaking of human feces, that's not a bad place.
We don't always talk about shit on our show. Just let you know, this is just a very shit-centric, like 5-minute portion of our conversation.
Hey, listen, I'm optimistic that we can keep it up for the whole.
Okay. We definitely can. Have you been to Milwaukee yet?
No, but I want to promote my shows in Wisconsin because I'm coming to Wisconsin. I'm not coming to Milwaukee. I'm coming to Appleton.
Yeah, they have a comedy. They have a pretty nice theater there.
Skyline?
So some decent names passed through there. But are you excited? Have you been to Wisconsin before? You can say that you're not excited.
Well, not excited is an understatement. I'm horrified to go to some of these places I'm going. I mean, what's the deal with Appleton?
Oh, dude, they've got the best looking girls. For real. I've went there once.
Actually,
Something in the water, man.
There are
It
some,
was-
yeah. I think there's some schools. Well, it's in like the Fox. There's like it's near
Yeah.
a couple different colleges in
okay.
Wisconsin. So Appleton's a nice little. It's
Are you
like
guys
a hip.
baiting me into trying to say that I'm gonna hook up with college chicks on the road? Because I don't know what kind of sting piece you guys are putting together here, but I just want to say
I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah,
man.
check
My
out this.
favorite thing is
Check out this
consent,
asshole. He likes
and
hot chicks.
I love consent. I love people
Yes.
over the age of 21. I don't even care that it's legal at 18. No
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
If you're
fair.
19, get your disgusting skinny ass away from me because you're a child to me.
Yeah, sure. There aren't too many smart 19-year-olds in my experience that I've met. I definitely wasn't a smart 19-year-old. Chris definitely fucking wasn't. I'll tell you
To
that
be
much.
fair, I think 19-year-olds are geniuses. I just don't want to fuck them.
Do you think you should be allowed to vote at like 19, 20?
No, everything should be rental car, 25.
25.
That's a good
Except
age,
for drinking and joining the military. That should be 16.
right? That's fair.
18 is much too young.
So Jamie Wolf, yeah, I'd heard of him before. I know you guys are friends. You host the Sobrody podcast.
Yeah,
Did I
we have
say
a
it right?
podcast together.
I'd read that you don't really have I don't know how much this is irony or satire, but you and Jamie don't really have any beliefs that don't personally like help you guys out. So
Correct.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you think the general population voting in general, do you think voting really matters?
Well, because I'm a comedian, and so the people that make me money are Hollywood, and Hollywood believes you should vote. I do think voting really matters. Yeah, I think you should
That's a good
vote.
answer. That's a perfect
It's
answer.
your civic duty, and so to not do it is just an abomination. If you don't vote, you should go to prison. Is my view on voting.
Yeah.
It's so crucial that but also because Hollywood's liberal and doesn't believe that people should be in prison, you should go to prison and then everyone should be pardoned, whether they're murdered or
And then you can go vote.
and then you can go vote again. But yeah, and also because being positive on Wisconsin would benefit me financially when I go to Appleton. I just want to say I love Appleton and I love the people there, and I think you guys are smart and I respect you.
Yeah, good answer. Well, we'll be sure to let Appleton know. So we're in Milwaukee. Hopefully you get to come to Milwaukee someday. I'm
How
surprised
far
you
is
said
Milwaukee?
Appleton.
I will be coming to Milwaukee. Probably
I'm sure you'll
it's just
fly
probably
into-
like next year.
Okay, yeah, Milwaukee to Appleton, it's probably like 2-ish hours
Okay.
or so. What's like the worst place you performed in? I guess city-wise. I'm sure you've been to some dumps.
Oof. Well, okay, they're the places that I was like most scared to go to, but then sometimes I find that like they're actually pretty nice when I get there, which is kind of
Right.
frustrating. I went to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Yeah, it's nice.
It is. Arkansas is cool. I like it.
Arkansas is nice. I hate to say it because I don't, I don't think that it's a good place in my mind, but when I got there, it was a nice place. Trying to think like worst places I've been. To be honest, like all of it's kind of it gets like mixed in with the shows,
Right.
Like shows are good. I usually have a good experience. Houston's a bit of a shithole. Houston, Texas. I'll say it. I haven't been to like that, but this next tour, so I'm gonna do a bunch of cities in the spring solo, and then I'm gonna come home to New York for the summer to basically like work out my act, the thing that I'm bringing on tour for the following year.
Right.
But this spring I'm gonna do some shitholes. I'm going to West Des Moines, Iowa. So that's obviously gonna be kind of a put a bullet in my brain situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Appleton's gonna be like. I'm dreading it,
Yeah, that's fair. Do you have a lot of dread or just like certain situational dread?
No, situational. I mean, I'm always nervous to do stand up every night, but you get kind of like numb to the fact that you're nervous. You kind of forget that you're nervous, or you just learn to tolerate how it feels to be nervous.
Yeah.
So it's not really dread. Honestly, I'm more like excited, but then night of, I'm like, I don't know how it's going to be in these cities where like most of these places I'll go to places where I can sell a bunch of tickets because people have seen me online, you know? But like sometimes, like when I go to West Des Moines, it's just
they have internet there.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. But I I assume most of the crowd's going to be just who came into the comedy club that night.
Right.
Which is honestly more fun, but it's like, I don't know what the fuck is going to make them laugh in, West Des Moines.
Yeah, probably same stuff that makes people laugh everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone's like more connected. Yeah, that is the biggest thing I've learned about going to different places is I'm like, dude, like every time we go to like anywhere in the South, we're like, y'all people talk like this. And then they're like,
and then they're like, yes, we fucking do. Hilarious.
They like laugh at it, but then like you talk to them after the show and they're like, no, we're on TikTok, like everyone. Like that's the big
actually, man, that was a bit problematic. So are you a bad boy on the road? Like, do you stay up really late, drink too many beers, kiss too many girls, smoke crack, like stuff like that, or?
Mostly I smoke crack.
Yeah.
No,
cool.
Dude, I'm not right now. Here's the thing: is I'm doing one-nighters, and that makes it tough. So when you do one-nighters, like it's just tough because you're flying in. You're going straight to the show and then you're up early to go to the next place the next day.
Right.
When you start to do weekends alone, that's when you settle into like, I'm bored and I don't have to be up tomorrow to get on a plane or anything. And I think that's when I'll have the potential to be a bad boy.
A bad boy? Nice.
Yeah, bad boy. But not yet. Also, I've been sharing a hotel room with Jamie, so that makes it hard to be a bad boy as well.
You guys don't get down like that?
No, we don't get down like that. Thank you for asking. Jamie has a girlfriend, so we don't get down like that.
Like sharing a room and then having someone else in there. That just seems uncomfortable for the person who's not, really. Yeah.
I think that would be weird. And then when I go to the Midwest, I'm doing, like I said, Appleton's on that trip, so is West Des Moines, but I'm doing a big trip the end of March, so I'm doing University of Minnesota, Duluth,
cool.
Then Des Moines, then 2 nights in Minneapolis, and then Appleton. And when I do that, I'm probably rooming with my opener. So
cool. Nice.
Also probably not going to get down like that, but who knows? Maybe Minneapolis if I meet a special someone from the crowd.
Do you have so March is Women's History Month. Do you have big plans?
Yeah, I'm glad.
I just saw it on my calendar. So
it's on your calendar. It got on there?
I didn't create the calendar. It was like it's on my calendar. Like I pulled up my Google calendar and it said tomorrow is the first day of Women's History Month. I didn't put it on there. Trust me.
You don't have to defend yourself. I think it's beautiful to celebrate Women's History Month.
Yeah, you're
right.
For
all of Women's History Month, I'm going to be calling a different lady every day to thank them for what they've done for me.
Yeah.
I just think women's history is so important.
Well said. Hey, Chris, you got anything to add to that, Chris? Do you agree?
Probably.
Sacagawea, Harriet Tubman. Think about all these women.
Yeah, that was Black History Month.
Julia Roberts.
Well, yeah, Harriet Tubman gets 2 months then.
It's 2 months. Okay. Back to back.
Like Drake.
Yeah.
Nice. What about so I've seen you wearing Liquid Death merchandise at some of your shows. Now, do you have a Liquid Death sponsorship yet, or are you just a fan of the canned Skull Water? Because I think it's tasty. I like it.
$5.
I don't have a sponsorship, and what I would like to say is if Liquid Death wants to sponsor me, I'm a huge fan, and if they don't, they can fuck right off.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Dude, yeah. I had a different sponsor, Pockies, which is a Dutch underwear company that makes boxers with pockets in it, which is a good thing to buy if you're brain dead or have some kind of IQ that doesn't allow you to operate functionally on your own. Yeah. But unfortunately, Pockies didn't like the fact that I said things like that. And also, I tried to create a pretty complex fraud scheme where I used my podcast promotion code to sell their merch to my fans, only to then reimburse my fans so that I could use that as negotiating leverage to get more money from Pockies. And they found out what I was doing because I also said that I was going to do that on a public podcast. And Pockies dropped me. But I just want to say, if anyone from Pockies is listening, I made those decisions out of hurt and fear, and I want you back.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll appreciate. We can try and get this in the hands of the right people. How did you even get the sponsorship in the first place?
They reached out to me on Instagram. And it was pretty clear when they reached out to me that they were Dutch people who had never seen my comedy, but just saw that I had followers.
Nice. Hopefully that happens to us. I mean, Chris, we could definitely come up with some ways to scam.
I wanted to sponsor. I don't care what they're sponsoring.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, if you're a company listening to this, I just want to say I love your product and I would love to promote it.
I like that. Yeah. And you got, I mean, this is a very positive interview so far. So you love Wisconsin, you love Women's History Month.
Love women, and in a non-sexual way.
For sure.
I'm pretty much an asexual person, just because I have so much love in my heart for feminism that I can't get hard because I'm busy respecting. When you have enough respect for something, it's hard to get a boner for it. I mean, think about the Washington Monument,
right?
You know,
it's just a big boner.
It looks like a boner, but when I'm standing at the base of it, I'm soft as a pool noodle because I know how much I respect our country's history, and that's how I also feel about Women's History Month. So I think I'm going to spend all of March not getting a single erection.
We have this segment on our show where we try and give our guests boners.
Okay.
The only thing that happens to me is like my feet, like they fall asleep, like either my left leg or my right leg, depending on how I'm sitting. Like,
keep telling me about your feet, Chris. You're gonna get me hard. You know what I mean? Is this the segment, or what are we talking about?
But, it might be actually. Yeah,
we're just playing around. I'm not attracted to Chris's feet.
Okay. I didn't. Chris, do you have like you're not getting blood flow to the right areas if you're going? I'm just sitting down.
I mean, because I have my foot at an angle, I was leaning on it because I can't. I'm sitting on an air mattress because I don't have a goddamn chair.
Oh, good. Well, it sounds like your life's going well.
It's horrible, man. I feel like I hit a train today. I've got a sore throat. My eyes are pounding in the back of my head. It's bad.
Is that why Mom's making tea? It's taken a while too. Where'd she go get it?
Exactly. I feel like she was respectful enough to be like, I told her I had an interview.
Yeah. Mommy.
Hey, Mom.
Mom.
How's that chamomile tea coming along? It's all ready.
Oh, she's busy talking to the voices right now.
Maybe when my food comes, you go get your tea.
There we go. What'd you order?
I got a bacon, egg, and cheese. It should be here any minute now.
You excited?
I'm thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
Nice. So,
like, what do you normally eat? Like, what are your favorite things to eat? Oh, I'm sorry. It's
shit.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey,
Mom.
How are you guys?
This gentleman's name is Lucas. He's a comedian. He's based out of New York. I don't know if you can see.
Hi, Lucas.
Hi, it's such a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Maki.
Miss Nina.
Miss.
Oh, Miss, you hear that, Lucas?
Okay, it's a pleasure.
You can say hi to me too, Nina. I'm here. What's up?
I thought I heard earlier. Sorry, Kyle.
Okay.
That's the first thing I said. Hi, guys. I didn't see the new kid in town.
Oh, well, he is the new kid in town. He's a stand-up comic. How long you been doing it for now, Lucas?
Only like 3 years. It's been a good trajectory so far. So far, so good.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me interjecting, what type of comedy?
I don't. Please take a seat. Close the door. Make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, if you want to, you can be in on this if you want.
I'll take a seat on the floor.
There are no seats. Christian already made sure to.
Nina, I'm a little worried that your son doesn't have furniture in his house. Do you think that's something you could help him out with financially?
I already have.
It's in the
living room.
Oh, that's my food, Mom. Give me 1 sec. Can I call you Mom?
Yeah, he can. I think it's fair to call Mom at this point.
I'm not gonna.
I got nice coffee too, so we can all, we can.
Damn, I have a little bit of coffee left. Yeah, we can all like toast.
I feel like.
All right, so sorry, Nina. I'm so sorry to cut you off. You were about to ask me something.
I was going to ask you. So, what type of comedy do you do? Do you draw from what's happening out there in the world?
Yeah, what's your style?
I'm so glad you asked. I'm a personal comedian. I do mostly my jokes. My jokes are about my life, like my brother and my sister and my parents and me, and like some stories. Yeah. And then the stuff that I got successful for online, the reason why these guys are talking to me is because I also post crowd work that I do.
Yeah, which people try and test him. They try and test him, and he lets them have it. Yeah, I'm good off the cuff a little bit. That's what I'm a little known for.
Okay, so I got to understand that. So now you go online and you give a spiel, and then people like on Twitter.
Well, he does stand up in person. He doesn't like face to face, like in front of people.
Yeah, I do like I'll be like it's you ever been to a comedy club and someone's like, "What do you do, ma'am?" That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm good at doing that and making it actually funny. You know what I mean?
Okay, sure. Got it. Got it. You're impromptu guy. Somebody says something and you're ready to jump on it and make it
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, let's
That's-
try it. Lucas,
I've
ask
done
ask
it
Nina what she
more
ask Nina what
than
she does
myself.
for work.
Okay, Nina, what do you do?
Well, I'm a retired school teacher.
You're a retired school teacher and you're single.
Oh, thanks be to God.
Because of Christian, probably. Because of her son, I would say.
Yeah, they take one look at him and they want to run.
Well, it's kind of hard to crowd work you in front of your son since I want to know about the divorce, but I'm sure that's a touchy subject.
Oh no, I'm happily divorced.
Happily divorced.
Oh,
There
yeah?
we go. Better than being unhappily divorced.
No.
Yeah, this is what I would do at a show is I would just I would get every detail about that divorce.
Okay, and then you just keep going on and going. Okay, interesting.
I would
Yeah.
just let you have it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What if you like all of her answers?
I don't know.
I bet you didn't
fucking-
hear what I just said.
I like
do
you
you-
a lot, Nina. What did she say?
You said I just let you have it. I said, and so is every other guy. Bada bing.
Oh God.
Nina,
I'm filthy. I have a filthy sense of humor.
She
For
should
sure.
be the spokesperson.
I have a filthy sense of humor, and the things I'm thinking right now, unfortunately, I'm just too successful to say.
That's fair.
All right.
Lucas,
Well,
is it true? Speaking of moms, I heard.
Yeah.
Is it true that your mom dated Jeffrey Epstein?
That's true, Nina.
really?
Yeah.
That's actually really neat.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So
Nina, what are you like a Republican or something based on your accent?
Sweet baby Jesus. I am.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you know how there's like, how like you think like there's like a liberal elite that's all like pedophiles and shit?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Like run by the Jews kind of thing?
I wouldn't think it's by the Jews,
I
but
think Nina's Jewish. Nina, you're Jewish, aren't you? Your mother was Jewish.
no, she's not. She was never Jewish. No.
Oh.
You could tell she absolutely didn't love the allegations of Judaism. Well, Nina, what I want to say is like, where are you from? You're from the Midwest, obviously.
Yes, Milwaukee.
Okay, so like, I'm like the guy that like Republicans think exists, and is like secretly running the world. Like New York City, Jewish, like everyone I know is like a media CEO, and like it's all connected.
Right. Is that true though?
Yeah.
Cool. So how did I mean, I know that you grew up, part of your act is obviously talking about your quote unquote privilege, but I mean, you grew up rich in New York. That sounds pretty cool. What's like the wildest, craziest trip you went on as a kid?
I don't know, dude. They were all pretty sick. But it's just like you just stay in fancy places. That's all.
Nice.
You do the birthright to Israel?
Right?
You do your birthright to Israel?
Nah, no, like legit, just like too rich for that.
Okay, I feel it.
I just don't want to be around those people, you know.
Yeah. Are they
What do you mean those people? Wait a minute.
Look,
Wait a minute.
Nina, I love Nina's face shifting after we discovered that I was a New York liberal elite. Her energy totally pulled back.
He's talking to us though, Nina. He's pretty cool. We
I know.
we
No,
both
no.
like and dislike the same things, I think it sounds like.
To be honest, I love conservatives because here's what I've noticed as a comedian is when you make fun of Republican people to Republican people, they laugh. But when you make fun of liberal people to liberal people, they don't. So I'm a liberal, but I do like prefer conservative crowds for my comedy.
Okay,
You got more
because
people.
I think we have more of a sense of humor. But what I was thinking is that before, when you were talking about, came from a wealthy family, since you are liberal, does anybody?
I love how you put that in
Yeah,
quotes.
you don't know that you're not
Like, I don't
liberal.
know, but I'm conservative.
and call you white privilege.
Yeah.
So I mean, that I think is offensive.
To call me white privilege? Well, but I'm literally I'm not a good example to use because I'm literally the epitome of white privilege.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
it
you grew
doesn't
up rich. It's not your fault that you grew up with money though, Lucas.
I'm not apologizing for it.
Yeah, good. We're not gonna apologize for that either.
I agree.
Privilege doesn't mean you have to say sorry. It just means that I got a born on third base situation, which I was.
Oh yeah, good for you. But when did you find out that your mother dated Jeffrey Epstein? Obviously, once he became a
Dude, this is a crazy story. So Jeffrey Epstein, first of all, I've met Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow,
Nice guy.
he was nice to you.
I was a child when I met him, and he was a pedophile, so I kept my distance. But
That's good.
um,
You weren't his type, I don't think. I don't know if he started liking the little boys
I
too.
don't
If it
think
was
he
more,
was into boys,
yeah.
which is Nina probably likes that. But
Wait, what do I probably like?
Little boy.
the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was straight.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you met Jeffrey Epstein, but can you tell me
Dude,
about?
This
Yeah,
has
can you
quickly become. I just want to tell you, this is the best interview I've ever done.
Yeah. Have you done more? Have you done more besides just this one?
Nina, if you're not comfortable, you better get comfortable because you're not leaving this fucking interview.
I was going to exit because I don't want to steal their show.
No,
I mean, this is fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Nina, I'm the talent, and I demand that you stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Jeffrey Epstein gets, convicted for all those sex acts, and I'm reading an article about it in Vanity Fair that's like resurfaced, and then in the article, it just says he dated my mom. So you never really want to read an article that's about your mom that she didn't send you. Chris,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could kind of relate to this. If you found out information about Nina you didn't really want to know, that would feel weird.
Like she dated Jeffrey Epstein, for example.
Yeah, like I'm sure Nina's dated a lot of people in her life, but probably not Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
No.
So
Nina-
then you find this out, and then you ask your mom about it.
I hit my mom up. I was like, "Did you date Jeffrey Epstein?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "One date or many?" She was like, "Many." I was like, "Oh shit." Apparently, they dated for like 3 months until they got to the like, "What are we?"
Right.
part, which is kind of funny to imagine Jeffrey Epstein going up to my mom and being like, "So like,
What are we?
Sober?
Meeting other people?
Can I fuck kids? But
Yeah.
anyway, so that's that story.
You
Was
never
this
actually met him though, or were you telling the truth about that?
No, I really did meet him one time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. As a child?
Yeah.
Now you remember. Now all the pieces like fit together. You're like, yeah, I remember that.
Wait, are you?
I was told to stay away from him because he was kind of like a known pedophile even before he was like a famous pedophile.
But when did your mom date him? Like, can you date it?
She was like 25. She's like younger than I am now.
So this was like the 80s then.
Yeah.
Oh, so when he was like,
So they kept in contact though, because I mean, how did you meet him after they dated?
No. It's just like I'm from New York City.
I mean, it's a big city.
yeah, you heard of it, idiot? Chris?
I mean, how did you?
I was at like a big event and he was there.
Yeah, he was known for
But he was
throwing
very
really
into New York
big
City,
events.
like, he was in like rich people New York City events till pretty much he went down.
Yeah, like the Met Gala and all that.
Yeah,
shit like that.
he's good at parties. Oh, Nina's got something. What we got, Nina?
I
Yeah.
want to know if you met that Ghislaine, whatever her last name.
Ghislaine?
No, I didn't meet her. My aunt knows her though.
She's hot, honestly.
She's a very good-looking woman.
Is. I feel like she shouldn't get like convicted to the full extent just based off her looks.
I think she should just tell the whole world who all the guys
I
were.
think that's probably how she ends
Nina,
up
what do
dead.
you think they should do with Ghislaine?
Well, tell everybody, I think the FBI has the black book, but you say it in person, you call a media thing and just say it was this person. I mean, all these highfalutin people and just
Yeah.
tell it one by one and say, and in that, then I want to get myself out of Dodge.
I mean, she's the fall guy, obviously. I mean, nobody, no clients. Yeah, like nobody. It's just been Epstein and then her that kind of got in trouble
Think
for
if
like.
she got some highfalutin people in prison, Nina, that she should walk free?
Yeah, I think that definitely, because they were all part and parcel to it. Now, let's not exempt her from what she did. She's the one that corralled these little girls.
Yeah.
She just liked Jeffrey Epstein a lot. She was just trying to keep things spicy. It sounds like
Yeah. She was the pimp, basically.
the madame, right? It's a madame if
Well,
you're a
I'm calling
woman.
her a pimp instead. That's
Okay. Well, all right.
Kyle,
Don't yell at us, Nina.
I know we've talked about this before, Kyle, because we've talked about this case. Do you think, because there's like over like 80 girls like that were, abused.
He was like running like a genetics lab out of his ranch in Arizona. Like he wanted to create like a lineage of mini Jeffrey Epsteins running around. He lived a cool life. But
I have a question for Nina. Nina, tomorrow marks the first day of Women's History Month.
Okay.
How do you feel about there being a Women's History Month?
Well, first of all, I've never been a women's liver.
Wow.
I like my
Liver?
doors open for me. Never. Because my thought is this: where would us women be without men? Where would we be without men? And the same thing: where would men be without us women? So all this bullshit, you're hitting a glass ceiling. Everybody's already bumped their heads. So let's,
Okay. So no Women's History Month, unless you're going to make a Men's History Month. Is that your take?
Well, I wouldn't say Men's History Month because probably it's already been, but I mean,
that's every month.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, but my thing is, let's have Italian History Month. That's what I've been talking about for the.
Are you Italian?
Yes.
Okay.
I think, is there an Italian History Month? There might be already. Oh, it's October. It's October. In October, it's Italian American Heritage.
But then they kind of X'd him out because
I love your food, Nina. I mean, your people's food.
Yeah.
I don't like Italian. It's disgusting.
Yeah, he doesn't. He does like, he's raised in it, doesn't like it, but he likes the seafood that he was raised on.
Well, what's your problem? You don't like cheese, Chris?
I don't like pasta. I don't like
pasta is the biggest serial killer fucking line I've ever heard in my entire life.
That's definitely fucking weird. And I've heard him say a lot of weird stuff.
You guys ever go to a restaurant and order pasta? You guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, of course I have. I've been to Italian restaurants. You order pasta.
Dude, come to New York. We got the best Italian food. You get a penne alla vodka at a New York Italian restaurant. Forget it.
I've done my time in New York City, man. It's
He did your
Nina,
time.
I could give you New York Italian food so good it would turn you liberal.
Is that right? I think
you left her flat, like speechless.
Let's see.
I would give you a chicken parmesan so good you'd be writing in Bernie Sanders on the next election.
Oh, good.
Yeah, even if he's dead. Even if he's dead.
Nina, you'd have a septum piercing in your nose, and you'd have dyed pink hair, and you'd wear one of those shirts that says, "In this house we believe love is love, science is real."
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, and it would go all the way down. And then on your ass, Nina, sorry to use that word, but on your ass, you'd have a coexist bumper sticker.
Now that's funny because the two asses.
Yeah, your left ass cheek would represent Islam, and your right ass cheek would represent Christianity. And then on your tramp stamp, you'd have it would say coexist.
I love it. I love it. Actually, that could be made into real bumper stickers.
There is the coexist bumper sticker. It does exist.
Yeah. And you got
it's got like every religious symbol spelling out
Islam. Oh, okay. Well, everybody's entitled to their thing. But
you'd have fresh mozzarella cheese so good you'd be driving a Prius, Nina.
Am I supposed to? Why a Prius?
Because that's just the car.
That's a liberal car.
Yeah, it's a very liberal car.
Oh.
Votes Democrat every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you drive right now, Nina?
I have what is it? Oh, I've got a little Nissan Rogue.
Okay. All right. Not really American engineering.
No. The last time I had the Toyota RAV4, loved it.
I don't know if Toyota is Toyota American?
No.
It's Japanese.
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever drive, Lucas? Being a lifelong New Yorker?
I do, yeah. Well, I went to school I lived in the Bay Area for 2 years, and I went to school in Northwest Mass. So,
cool.
Those were heavy driving areas. I had a car, but I sold it.
Did you go to Amherst or something like that?
I went to Williams.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I was almost impressed, and then I remembered I'm your guest on an interview radio show where you should know where I went to college, and then I realized, in fact, I'm not impressed anymore that you got it.
I didn't look it up. I took a guess. All right, it was a gander.
That's actually that's a good guess. Yeah.
He's pretty good with geography. He knows lots of random places.
So I got a fucking sesame seed in my tooth, but that's okay. This is an audio medium, right, Nina?
Yeah, and I can see you've got perfect teeth, by the way.
I know, I have lovely teeth. That when you meet me, inevitably, and I take you on a date, you're gonna love my teeth.
I like younger men anyway, so
I'm getting that vibe from you.
So what I want to ask you is, what did you go to school for?
Oh, sorry, that's my mom calling. Should I conference her in?
Yeah, do it. Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
Mom, sorry, I'm on a radio show right now for Milwaukee. Now, on the radio show, in the interview, one of the interviewers' moms walked in. Her name is Nina. She's a Republican. We've learned, big one. My mom is a liberal. We talked a little bit about maybe one of your ex-boyfriends, but we don't have to talk about. That was brought up, not by me. But
Yeah, sorry.
Nina brought that up?
No, Nina didn't bring that up. Nina.
We were doing our research, and he had told a story on his podcast about how that you had briefly dated Mr. Epstein. So we were just asking about that. Hi there.
Sorry. So this is my mother, Wendy, and this is Nina. Nina's mom is more of like a MAGA, like a diehard Trump supporter type. And I was telling her I could bring her to New York and give her Italian food so good that it would turn her liberal. But we don't want to turn her liberal. I wanted to let you know that on behalf of the liberal elites, my mother and I apologize for what has happened to the white middle class in America.
Thank you.
We take full responsibility for it.
We take full responsibility. We did it to you. And, on the flip side, it's great for us because we are, living like kings. But I understand that if you live in Milwaukee and you're a white, things, aren't as great as they used to be for you. So
I would say Milwaukee's, it's still all right, but I mean,
Okay.
I can't wait to turn my back on everyone I grew up with. My goal is to be rich and successful too, and not have to talk to certain people anymore. So hopefully,
This is the best interview I've ever done, by the way. I just want to let you know
Just
this.
to be clear,
Yeah.
if my son becomes successful and stops talking to other people, you will shame me. Okay?
He will never stop talking to you, though. You're his mom.
That's not how I raised him.
Well, now she's trying to be all high and mighty on this radio show.
Did she
Don't
call
worry,
you?
Mom. I'm not getting the vibe that they have too many listeners. No offense. 'Cause that's
Is it because we were talking about shit for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of things. Anyway, so I should probably try you later
Okay, but I just want to know, do you want to come home for dinner?
tonight.
Ooh, sounds
Maybe
nice.
on the early
What's for
side.
dinner?
I have a 9 o'clock show. Yeah, what's for dinner?
Well, I'm not cooking.
Yeah, we
Ooh.
don't cook, Nina, because people do that for us. But
Well, then it'll be really good.
what?
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
cooking.
it will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of you. Sorry I have to go now, but Lukey, call me when you're done.
Anyway, yeah, I'll
Good
call
evening.
you in a bit. Sorry, I'm busy on the radio right now.
He's
Yeah.
doing great.
Now we like really like know Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine because
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
was
are
not
actually
I was not
liberal.
expecting not one but two mothers to make an appearance in this. I wish my mom was visiting me, or I was with her right now. It'd be nice to get the trifecta.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, the only difference between my mom and Nina is that I'm not going to try and sleep with my mom.
Well said.
Glad I got Nina on that one.
I'm teasing.
I think I like Nina a lot. I like your sense of humor.
Yeah, she's hanging in
I'm
here.
doing a little flossing right now.
Lucas, so you
Yeah.
we have one more interview scheduled for this week. We're actually interviewing Willem Dafoe in 2 days. Do you have
Are
any?
you serious?
Yeah, so he went to UW Milwaukee. We got Chris and I got senior copies of his newest movie. Do you have any questions you would like us to ask him on your behalf?
To ask Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
I just want you to tell him that stand-up comedian Lucas Zelnick is a big fan of his,
Okay.
and I love what he's done. I liked The Lighthouse. Tell him I liked The Lighthouse.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Tell him I found his acting work in The Lighthouse to be off-putting in a good way.
Yeah. That's like his whole career, I feel like.
Yeah.
He just seems like, I mean, we're doing it via Zoom. I don't know, being around, he has a very intense like face. I just can't imagine being in
That's
someone's
awesome.
like that presence. I was doing my research like a journalist, he said that he's the boy next door if you live next door to a mausoleum. I feel like he should take his act on stage. I feel like
He
that's
said
a good
that?
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one-liner. I don't know if he had a team of writers, a team of elites coming up with that, but that's very clever.
That's pretty funny, but also kind of scary to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, about yourself. Yeah.
I'm the boy next door if you live next to a mausoleum.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's weird.
He does look like that.
He does, yeah.
He looks like a goblin. He does. He truly does.
Even as his voice has changed. Like I was listening to his interviews from like the 70s or like his theater group, and his voice is like migrated.
Oh, so you do research on Willem, but not me then.
I did a lot of research.
You gotta realize.
Yeah, Chris was like, "Who are we talking to again? Who's this guy?"
Honestly, Kyle, I'm impressed by your level of research. I'm sorry, I don't want to drag you into this Chris nonsense. For me, it's just Chris. I have to put Chris down if I want to sleep with his mom. So that's the only.
That doesn't take that much for her.
Why do you think she's in LA right now? She ran out of guys in Milwaukee.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, you guys.
I think she used to date a guy on like the California Angels.
Yeah, I did.
So that dates her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Thought she was going to say she dated Jeffrey Epstein too.
And some guy from the Minnesota Twins.
Now, was this dating? Okay. Are we using the term dating?
I mean, they would meet at the hotel, so I don't know.
Well, obviously, the first one, the California Angels, I was waitressing and they were at the hotel and he came in and I waited on him.
And that's how Chris came about.
And then every time down, whatever. But the Minnesota guy was living in Milwaukee and we were dating. And then all of a sudden he pulls me up in his car one day in front of my house. And I looked at the license plate and guess what it said? My girl. And I thought, oh, hell no. I'm not dating this guy anymore if he's got that license plate on his car. That totally.
Yeah, that's humiliating.
Car.
So maybe that's what your license plate's going to say after I turn you into a liberal in New York. It's going to say
it probably won't have the.
It's going to be about Joe Biden.
That or like my noun or something like that.
Yeah, is there like my Zerl with like an X instead?
Nina, by the time I'm done with you, you're going to be using they, them pronouns. You're going to have a buzz cut and a septum.
You're going to say gender doesn't exist.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fluid, that's not the only fluid that comes out of her mouth or something like that.
You really.
Chris is piling on.
My mom is like.
Else.
Yeah, my mom definitely wouldn't fit in on this conversation. My mom is like, I think she smoked took in one puff of a cigarette her whole life. Never smoked weed. Like, I think she'd probably be like, Lucas, I'm glad you're hitting on Chris's mom and my mom's not here to handle this. But
I'd be happy to hit on your mom if she was here, but I'm sure she would like that less than Chris's mom is clearly enjoying this.
Yeah, my mom's married.
And, I'm glad my mom's not here anymore because I could tell that whatever was happening was making her very uncomfortable, but she did good.
Yeah, I thought she did good. She probably just didn't understand why you were talking to two guys and one of the guys' moms and then being brought into it. Yeah, she seemed like she rolled with the punches pretty good, though.
She missed a fair amount of context, I think, and then all of a sudden she was joining the interview, so.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So do you know what you're going to be eating? Are you going to go to your mom's house for dinner tonight?
I don't know. We'll see.
How often do you visit her? Do you have any other siblings at all that I wouldn't know about either because I didn't do research?
I got an older brother and a younger sister. Well, that one's funny because I even mentioned already that I did comedy about my brother and my sister when Nina asked if I was a personal comedian. So not only did you not do research, Chris, but you heard me say I had two siblings and then didn't remember by the time you asked the question. So that is just
true. You fucked that one up, man.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if there's any other one that he might not know about.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my basis.
No, it's those two siblings. Yeah, my parents are in New York City, so I try and see them a fair amount, but I'm honestly on the road a fair amount now. So, I wouldn't say I see them that much more often than probably you see your mom.
Right.
So where do you travel to when you say you're on the road? It's just in New York in various places? Are you on the road like outside?
Literally walking, hitchhiking.
Yeah. That's my job, Nina. I got to go everywhere. I was telling these guys I'm going to be in Appleton, Wisconsin soon. I'm doing the Midwest. I got University of Minnesota Duluth. Then I'm headlining the Des Moines Funny Bone in Des Moines, Iowa. Then Friday, Saturday, I'm headlining Sisyphus Brewing in Minneapolis. And then Sunday, April 2nd, I'm going to be at Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin.
That's good to know. Maybe I might drive up there. That's not far.
How far is that?
It's about an hour and a half. Yeah, hour and a half maybe. Appleton.
You know, if you come to my show, so help me God, I will bring you on stage. I'll be so thrilled
love
to
it.
see you.
Chris, are you cool with that, Chris?
She can do whatever she wants.
So who would you say? So your friend Jamie. How long have you known Jamie? So Jamie is who he hosts.
3-4 years.
Okay, Chris, if you don't recall, Jamie is his friend that he hosts a podcast with. We were talking about it earlier.
Wolf, last name also Michelle Wolf. Was she the one that did like the oh God, like not the Kennedy, but
Yeah. White House Correspondents' Dinner.
White House Correspondents. Yeah. Okay. She's got really curly hair, right?
Yeah, she's a redhead.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice
she
job,
has nice
Chris.
teeth like Lucas, actually. They have very similar smiles.
Are they related? The Wolves? The Wolves?
Oh
No.
I was hoping
you're making Chris's mom howl, Lucas. I hope you're happy with that. So who do you think? So you've known Jamie for a couple years. Did you meet him through doing stand-up?
Yeah.
Who do you think? Who's more successful right now? Would you say?
I think he's a better comedian. I'm selling more tickets.
Oh, is there some nice just a nice little healthy competition between you two?
No. Comedy's very supportive. I think he inspires me creatively, and I help him on the business side, and that's kind of always been our relationship.
Yeah, don't you have your MBA?
Yeah.
See, I haven't done my research. This guy's smart. I don't know why the fuck he's doing comedy. Probably because it's way more fun than just like
it's more fun.
Regular job.
I give it the hedge fund test. It's like if I could work at a hedge fund, then and make like whatever a lot of money, then like the only reason why I do comedy is to live an interesting and fun life. Therefore, I don't worry about the money too much.
Yeah, true. I mean, it helps the fact you already have a little bit. Like, do you ever like what's like the most ridiculous thing you purchased recently?
No, I don't have money like that. I can't really just purchase ridiculous shit. I mean, an apartment, that's pretty ridiculous.
New York? Hell
in
yeah.
New York? Oh yeah, definitely. Do you have roommates?
I'm a homeowner. No roommates.
Yeah,
look at you.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're from New York. Obviously, you probably don't like the
Chris
white.
learns the first thing about me at the end of the interview. Chris
Yeah,
is
so,
like, okay,
so
New
I
York.
learned during this interview that our guest is from New York.
No.
All right.
But are you,
After this interview ends, ask Chris my last name. I don't think he could tell you.
it was the Zelnick. It's Zelnick.
It was the Zelnick. So what were you going to ask him about New York? What do you got for our guest?
Are you a Yankees fan, or are you a Mets fan, or like the Mets too blue collar for you?
Dude, the that's funny to say.
Not like sports at all. Like
I do like sports, but I don't care for baseball too much. But the traditional swing of things is if you're a New York fan, you either go Yankees, Giants, Rangers, or you go Islanders, Mets, Nets. And I've been a Yankees, Giants, Rangers guy. Wait, I feel like I'm leaving a sport out. Football.
Knicks.
Basketball.
Knicks. Yeah, Knicks. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Mets, Jets. Yeah, so Islanders, Mets, Jets, Nets, and then, but sometimes maybe not Nets. Sometimes you could be like a Jets and a Knicks fan, but
I feel like New York should just completely be Knicks, except for the kids that are like,
I don't think anyone really likes the Nets, do they?
Yeah, I mean, because they're in Jersey for how long?
Yeah, but it was just part of that Long Island Jersey aesthetic. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe if you're a New Yorker, you'd always be a Knicks fan.
You ever seen The Sopranos at all?
Nah, not really.
Damn.
Oh,
Dude, I appreciate Italian culture through the food, my friend.
We're talking about New Jersey and like Long Island, so I was just trying to,
I only know the Jews in New Jersey and Long Island. They're a different breed, They're not really Italians.
You're not really associated with Italians.
You ever been to the
Hamptons? I'm sorry to see. I hate to bring up the Jews because every time I do, Nina's face frowns. So I'll try.
I happen to like Jews, and I think
well, now she does, Lucas.
I like the phrasing of "happened to" as though it was a toss-up, but she decided on a positive feeling.
You've like completely brought her to the good side now.
This
so
is
all you.
Jews and Italians, very similar people, pushy, and we like food.
Yeah, I'm Italian as well. Yeah, I think we got a good vibe, but I could have swore, Chris, that you had told me before that you had some Jewish blood in your family. Was that a lie? My friend, he lies a lot, so I don't know.
I think I might have tossed it in there to give myself a little more eccentricity.
Oh yeah, he puts it on his resume. Is that what you're saying?
Put it on my Tinder. Do you know how many girls I see on Tinder say like Jewish is like part of their
Really?
backstory or like?
I do know. Yeah.
Are you on dating apps, Lucas? Do you like them?
I don't like them. I'm on them.
Yeah. You must not have a hard time meeting. I mean, you're out and you're performing stand-up. I guess it's just hard to date.
It's a little hard to date because you work a flip schedule. So if someone works a 9 to 5, you start working when they get off.
Right.
And you don't really want to like just go out with people from shows because that's a weird vibe too. You get off stage, they know all this shit about you. You don't know anything about them.
And you're supposed to, you probably have to like keep being funny. You're like, dude, I'm done working. Like, let me just chill now.
Lucas,
yeah, sometimes they're like, you're so shy off stage. I'm like, bro, no, I'm just a person off stage. That's different than being shy.
Yeah.
I just am not gonna like do bits in your face. Unless it's Nina, I'll do whatever she wants in her face.
Yeah. No, Lucas, I was gonna say a good pickup line, like those girls that get off at 5, you gotta be like, hey, like you get off at 5, but I can have you off again by 5:15.
Bada bing.
Orgasm.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
For you, for him. You guys, God damn it.
Chris, as a general rule in comedy, you could just once you get the laugh, you could leave it at that. You don't have to go.
Well, I wanted it from you guys. I didn't want
you wanted the double laugh, orgasm. Then you like nudged your mom.
Oh, no, I knew where he was going the minute he said 5:15. It's a quickie.
You guys are the weirdest comedy duo of all time. You guys should take this show on the road, Nina and Chris.
Oh God, when you're around him in person, I mean, it's mostly just Nina that carries the show. She's the star.
I can tell. There's a reason why she joined this interview, fellas. I probably got to go.
Cool. Are you?
Would you know that we got what you wanted out of this interview?
Oh, absolutely. You did you mean it when you said that this is the best interview you've done?
Yeah, certainly. Yes. I'm not even gonna. I was gonna caveat it by saying certainly the most entertaining. But what else are interviews for other than entertainment?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll be sure to send it to you. I'm sure. Oh, bye, Nina.
Nina, I love you. All my tour dates are on lucaszelnick.com. All right.
I know how to use a computer.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little backward as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly know how to use Facebook. You're probably typing some pretty long things about some pretty controversial decisions. So,
without a doubt, I like to enlighten people. But I will be up there April 2nd in Appleton.
Nina, if I see you there, I'll give you the biggest hug. Okay.
I'll give you one back. Okay.
All right.
Oh, look at this.
Be well.
Damn, Chris, she really saved your end of the interview.
Did she say I like to use Facebook to enlighten people?
I think
I need a quote of that on my wall.
Well, we can let you
Your
go,
mom
man.
is out of control.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Dude, I know. I was expecting.
Not even
I mean,
half of it, man. It's really not.
I thought she was just gonna leave at her own eventually. Like, despite even if Lucas said no, stay. But no, she liked it. She did good. I think she held her own.
Oh yeah, she did great. You guys should bring her on as a third mic.
Or you. Maybe just us four together, we can make magic. I know you're pretty busy. You've got others. You got your own show and whatnot. But I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man.
I did. I wish you guys the best. I hope you're able to release this all.